Another thing I want to talk about a little bit. Modernity. Wonderful. So I tried to use my, Apple Pay, whatever the fuck it is, where you just click the button, you have a card, in your wallet thing, and it's supposed to pay at certain retailers that has this feature. So I had a check card in there, because check cards, if you don't know, if you aren't woke to this, check cards are not secure whatsoever. Do not use your check card anywhere. Okay, maybe online you can use it, I would say. That lately you don't have the instances of online fraud. If you know what you're doing, don't pay just anybody, but for any retail purpose, like if you go to some shitty neighborhood and use the gas station, you're going to get your shit ripped off. You're going to get, in 2 weeks' time, you're going to get some diversity store for, some garbage diversity store is going to run up a couple $100. You'll get that shit on your bill. You watch. Guarantee it. So these things are not at all secure. I went to a county fair. Now, granted, it was in an area that was a little bit more diverse than I would have liked, but I thought it was probably good enough, nice enough, that we could attend this place. And the event itself wasn't too bad. It was a county fair, but all we had was the check card. Lo and behold, and I know what happened to. When paid for, I don't know, whatever it was, like a drink or something. Like kid wanted a drink or some damn thing, like a hot dog, like $8, right? Something. The guy behind the counter, let's just say he wasn't Nordic. Let's just say that. Looked like he was Somalian or something. Probably a fucking pirate. He took an abnormally long time to swipe the card. Let's just put it that way. Okay, this is my fault for not seeing it, not understanding it. I didn't get it at the time. I just thought this is kind of taking a while. But my mind's on other things. It's 100 degrees. It's 90-some degrees outside. Trying to get some for my kid. You're at the park. You're busy. Mind's on, okay, what am I going to do next? We just kind of got there, right? But I remember he took an abnormally long time to swipe this card. And fucking lo and behold, 2 weeks later, Moesha is fucking raking up some shit in some goddamn goofy clothing store. Some other online shit too on there that we gotta fucking cancel the card. I swear to God, 5 fucking times I had to cancel this card because of this shit. Every time you go into a diverse neighborhood and you gotta get gas or something, swipe the card outside. Fucking 2 weeks later, here's some bullshit. Call the bank, cancel the card. Here we go. So these fucking things are not secure. Not secure at all. So, more secure is your phone, right? So I try to use this thing. Go to the store, you double click the button, and you just hold it up to the reader and it clicks. I've used it before, it's pretty slick, honestly. Type in your PIN, whatever, and you're done. No chance of fraud. Nobody's going to get into your phone and get that shit from you. Not like a card where you swipe it and you're fucked. But of course, it doesn't work. Why does it work? I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't work. But it doesn't work. And it occurs to me, this kind of happens a lot. Like, things you expect to work just don't work. And what is the default position? What are you supposed to do when something doesn't work there? Like, the reason you have this thing on your phone is so you don't have to carry the card because of the security issues that I just mentioned. But there's all kinds of shit that happens like that. Your computer doesn't work at work. What do you gotta call up IT or whatever. And that's some really stupid fix all the time, right? Well, just like reinstall it, or, they'll give you some shit that you could probably figure out for yourself. Right? So more and more of the shit is going to break down. And who's going to fix it? Look at what's going on. I just feel like we've kind of reached the pinnacle of what we're going to get as far as innovation goes. You might get like a driverless car. I don't know about that. I can't even get my fucking iPhone to work. We're going to use driverless cars. I can't use a simple wallet thing. And yet we're going to have driverless cars that are going to work. I don't know. Maybe I've overreacted that part. It's very frustrating when things just why don't they work? Why doesn't this thing work? You ever had a kind of older car and the window is you don't have the rolls anymore, obviously, but all of a sudden it just stops working. The window just stops working. Like, why? Why does this just stop working? Do they have built-in inefficiencies so you have to go, your car's worthless? The design life of a car is such that you don't want to spend any more money to engineer a window that'll work more than 6 years? Shit like that. Modernity. We all have shitty jobs that we don't like, or most of us do. Sitting in an office, in front of a screen, driving 60 miles an hour to get there, wherever we go, having meetings, convincing other people of dumb shit, listening to stupid people you don't want to talk to, try to convince people to communicate better, basically. Telling boomers to not use email for conversation. Pick up the fucking phone and call somebody and do something, boomer. Yeah, boomer. We know that we have email now, but we still have phones. So if you need to talk to somebody and find out what needs to happen, that's what you need to do. You don't flood somebody with 20 fucking emails. Yeah, I've had that happen. Modernity. What is the next innovation gonna be? We probably don't know what it is. We probably didn't foresee the iPhone. But think about that. The iPhone? Who gives a shit? We don't really need these things. I mean, the internet, that's laudable, I think. You can use it to be productive, what I mean. You don't need to go to a library or you can find information a lot faster. So that's pretty clearly that can be used for productivity. Is it? No. Now what it's being used for, now what technology is being used for, if you follow what's going on with social media, is to shut people down. You shadow ban people that don't have the right opinions. So where's that going to lead? That's what we're doing with technology now. We're not going to innovate into space travel or anything like that. We're gonna innovate so that only the correct opinions are the ones that are promoted. Because the battle of politics is all about gaslighting. We can't have this fake news getting in the way. So if you don't have the right opinions, you're going to be shadow banned or shut out. There's a story about Sonia Leung or whatever, who just got hired by the New York Times editorial board. I think, does this mean that she's the one who writes editorial opinions? Or is she an editor? I don't know. Anyway, her tweets surfaced, terrible anti-white tweets. But of course, what does the New York Times editorial board do? They make excuses for her because she's an oppressed minority. Although she's Asian, so they're not really oppressed. But she hates white people, so that's why. That's really the real reason why she hates white people. Hates white people enough that she can say basically whatever she wants. They'll just make an excuse for her. Anyway, looked up this woman today and found out she had me blocked. Of course, I've never interacted with this person, ever. So that's what they do, though, is they create block lists. And if enough of the right people have you blocked, then eventually you get shut down. That's how technology works now in the current year. That's the next innovation we see. That's what we look for. We innovate with illegal immigrant labor. Oh, legal immigrant, excuse me. Because they don't care what the difference is between illegal and legal, but immigrant labor. The immigrant labor that James O'Keefe had uncovered with his Project Veritas project. The immigrant labor, they just work on shutting down Trump supporters all day long. That's what they do. Social media. The retarded conservative chatting class, the advanced conservatives is what I call them. The conservatarians. The ones that are completely fucking clueless. Wannabe boomers. The people that laud the free market. They're mad at Trump for creating a trade war of these type of people. They'll just say, oh, just build another social network. Build another one. Well, somebody will build another one. Yeah, I'm going to get right on that. I'm just going to go build another social network. That's what I'm going to do. And go ahead and compete with Facebook. One-on-one. I'm going to do it. Because that doesn't cost anything. Fucking idiots. They'll tell you to get another income. Go build websites for people. Because there's not anybody who does that. And that's what matters more than anything is money. Oh, just invent something. Because nobody else has done that. Nobody else is looking to do that either. Modernity. Innovation towards shutting people out. Innovation towards fewer white people, basically. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing with our energy, with our resources, with our intellectual power. Are we trying to get to the moon? Not as much. We just need more outreach towards minorities, because that's the most important thing. The biggest problem in the world, racism. That's the biggest problem in the world. The worst crime in America is racism. That's what it is when it comes down to it. Yep. That's what you get. The current year. We went from the Wright brothers to transcontinental flights. 50 years? Roughly 50 years. 40 years ago, life was pretty much like today. We had the save for the internet and pause TV. Was it that much different? In the 70s, you could go on a flight to Europe. In the 70s, you had television, you had color TV, you had radio. You had an interstate system. You had cars, trucks, four-wheel drive. Now you've got Windmills. I went through that today too. I drove through an area. A green power zone powering the future. That's where I thought about this rant on modernity and how it's worthless. How the future is fucked. It's only going to be about shutting people down. What is the next power source? There isn't. Electric cars, was that new? That's not new. Once Elon Musk runs out of government money, that's dud. We're still building trains that they're not gonna work. High-speed rail. You know what'll happen to high-speed rail? It won't get going. Do you know why? Why every other public transport fails. People don't want to ride it. Why don't people want to ride it? Can't say, because that would be racist. Of course, maybe it's not racist. Maybe people just don't want to see shit. Maybe people don't want to smell marijuana at 6:30 in the morning. Maybe people don't want to be harassed for money when they're going to work. You know, the bugmen can handle it. The bugmen can handle some of this pause because they're gaslit, they're brainwashed into thinking that, you know, the 400-year legacy of slavery is enough to excuse certain behavior from people. The bugmen buy into the environmental bullshit. So the bugmen think they're saving the world by riding a train with a based black guy who smells like shit. Like he hasn't wiped his ass in a week. Reeks of weed. Asked you for money. You want to sit down after somebody pissed on the seat? Oh, why don't you use public transit? That's going to be the same. That's going to be how high-speed rail goes. They should make it, you know, $50 a ticket. No, they won't. That would be racist because it's too expensive for the minorities. They'll probably give them vouchers. They ride for free. That's the way everything goes. There never can be equality because then there would be excuses. Or then there would be no excuses. Quote unquote equality. Then you got to bring in your Somalis to make sure that there's never equality. Then these people are hurt by the 400-year legacy of slavery. The Somalians that we need to bring in. We absolutely need Somalians in these white areas. We need them. The next rant will be on Somalians, because I got something special for that one. All right. I'm going to wrap this one up later.